Today, Americans will be celebrating and reflecting on what makes America great and the sacrifices our veterans have made to sustain us and our country.
And joining us to discuss, the Deputy Director of Concerned Veterans for America and a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps and Army National Guard, John Byrnes. John, thanks for being with us. So tell us about your group and what you're concerned about.
Well, you know, Concerned Veterans for America exists to promote the policies and the freedom that our veterans fought and sacrificed overseas for, and that military family members sacrificed here at home for. And that includes, you know, particularly good health care at the VA, a better foreign policy, but just, a better direction for America. We're concerned about the direction that America is going in the current environment, right?
And of course, you help many veterans who have been diagnosed with PTSD, but there are also a lot of veterans who have not officially been diagnosed, but at the same time, they are certainly suffering from PTSD. How can you help those veterans to get to the point of diagnosis so they can be properly helped?
Well, our sister organization, Concerned Veterans for America Foundations, at CVAfoundation.org, they run a training for family members and friends and close acquaintances of veterans in order to help identify the signs and symptoms. Folks can, if they're worried about their veteran, can certainly reach out to the Department of Veterans Affairs or one of dozens of veterans charities and nonprofits across the country. Almost every veterans organization is worried about PTSD in the veterans community and has resources to help. What we're interested in doing at Concerned Veterans for America, CV4A.org, is getting the VA, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, to give veterans the freedom in their health care that veterans fought and sacrificed for, just like those veterans 240-something years ago fought and sacrificed for the freedom that all Americans have today.
So, John, you're a veteran. We'd love to hear your, I think, very unique perspective on why all Americans, regardless of where they are on the political spectrum, should use Independence Day to celebrate America's greatness, because there's a movement right now to say America is a horrible country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the Declaration of Independence embodies the principles that have made it possible for Americans, most Americans, to live healthy and prosperous lives. And those principles in that Declaration of Independence have been part of the human flourishing of the last 2 centuries, not just in America, but those ideas of pursuing life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's at the foundation of a huge growth of prosperity. And it's a promise. The Declaration of Independence, signed on July 4th in 1776, is a promise to create a better society. We haven't perfected that promise yet. We haven't completed that promise in 2023, but we're working very, very hard as a country, and we're moving every day closer to that promise of freedom. So this is a common touch point that I believe for all Americans, right? This is where that promise began. And whatever you believe about the direction we're going in right now, whether we need to do more of this or more of that, this is the one day we should come together and say, hey, let's begin with that promise and honor that promise and remember that promise and remember the men and the women who fought and died for that promise over the years.
Yeah, John, such an excellent point, and I appreciate your words there. You know, again, I even think in my lifetime, I have seen such a shift from people being such patriots, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, to people saying, as you pointed out, Rob, I don't like America. I should move somewhere else, to which I always say, well, okay, then move somewhere else. But what do you say, or what words maybe would you suggest to some young people who are at that crucial stage where they could kind of go in one direction or the other? How do you get those young Americans to truly love Americans and to become patriots and remain patriots?
Well, I would do 2 things. First of all, I would kind of just tell them what I just said, right? That these principles of human flourishing, these principles found in our founding documents, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, have really enabled a evolution, a revolution in prosperity and healthiness throughout not just America, but throughout the globe. The other thing I would remind them is that there's a difference between self-improvement, right? Hey, I need to hit the gym. I need to drop a few pounds, and self-loathing. Right, that self-loathing gets in the way of actual self-improvement, right? So let's look at what's right, let's look at what's good, and let's work on improving that incrementally rather than tearing down the whole edifice that, again, has created wealth and prosperity not only within our own borders, but throughout many parts of the world.
All right, John Byrnes, powerful words. We appreciate all the work you're doing. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me on, guys.